in mind. Yeah, just right now we're very much stuck in the office and we don't get out that much. So having, you know, those boots on the ground would be incredible. And that's really like, I was very much avert the patrol kind of orientated stuff, but like thinking about it, I think it could be really useful, especially, you know, part of the stuff. Actually, I wrote a report on about it when I was thinking about ideas. And like one of the things was like developing CIs. Like we don't have the time as much to do that. But all the rapport, right? You've been arresting people out in the streets for the past 2 years. You know people. You know who will talk to you. I don't have that kind of stuff. Whereas you could be out there meeting with people on the daily, and developing that kind of relationship with people while we're working stuff in the office. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Okay, sorry, carry on. I think I probably interrupted your thoughts.
No. It's kind of like nail on the head of you describing what's needed, is because I don't think it would make sense. Like, yes, I'm a heavy patrol cop. It would make sense for me to be like, yeah, I want to be a marshal, then just fuck off.
Yeah.
And, you know, patrol wherever the hell I wanted, because that's not really what the marshals are there for. It's like mass investigations.
Yeah.
I just want it to be used as like basically a tool, much like a, you know, like a sniper rifle. It's like, yo, McNulty,
like a hammer.
Yeah, there's
like a dog.
Yeah, there's pings going on out there that like, you know, I need looked into and see if we can find out in that fucking air, and I can make all right, easy.
I was also thinking, you know, let's say we were investigating the mayor, and I'm like, we need surveillance on Mayor Rogel. Now, I don't have the time to go do that and sit there and do that all day, you know what I mean? But if you can go help out with that stuff, and you be out on the streets, you know, setting up cameras or following members of the cabinet, you know, that could be very useful.
That's
just a random example.
That's just first thought. What popped in your head for no reason at all?
No reason at all. Yeah, no reason.
I have no qualms investigating anybody in the city.
That's good. There. Okay.
Except me. I've done no wrong.
Of course, Kian, of course. Like I said, I mean, the 77 and 78s thing, you know, if you hear on radio the crickets after a 77 request, respond. You know, that's kind of what we're thinking about. 78s, you know, we're always available to respond to that stuff anyway. This is the kind of stuff that, I think regardless, I think you have to come in with the expectation that, it would be very different, right? It'd be very different. You wouldn't be responding to every call and doing all the, I mean, you were sheriff, so you didn't do that a lot.
I don't respond to every call. That's the thing.
So yeah, it'd be different, and you know, you're not the only person who's came and spoken to me. I'll be honest, from the BCSO. So we're all trying to develop this quickly before. I guess now there's a bit of a time scale on it, a bit of a time frame. But yeah. So what other ideas you got for this? I want to hear. He's pulling something up there.
I think it's.
Oh, maybe not.
I guess in a way, kind of working off what you said, talking about how, you know, building up relationships with those out there that might actually be willing to work with the marshals himself, me included. And I also think one of the best things about having something like that is having a very small cert. I think overgrowing and complicating something like that creates more problems and friction than it does anything else.
I will say this: the majority, if I stay in my position, the majority of the marshals will be like me and like Gunner and like Flores, where we are just spending most of the day investigating stuff, interrogating people, not out on patrol. Like that's the status quo. I do not plan on changing that at all. So, like, yes, I think it will be limited.
And I think reminding patrol units, marshal patrol unit, MP, I guess, that while yes, we can back up 77s and 78s and 77s if needed, 78s required. We are there for surveillance. We aren't there to like swing our dick in and do what we need to do.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
quiet,
yeah,
observant, investigative. And yeah,
100%.
I am a bit of a blunt arsehole, but I can sit on a park bench undercover for hours just watching someone if I really, really give a shit.
Yeah.
And it's about one of the strongest things in reinforcing something about this cert is that's again coming from me. I am an adrenaline junkie, but it's about honing that adrenaline and aiming it towards something that affects a much bigger picture than a jewelry heist. Reminding that you're there to protect the state, not a bank.
I'm still listening, but I think someone's committing crime.
What?
There's a 37 Charlie that's just been called in over the road.
What?
Which one's your car? Is it the truck?
Yeah, it's the truck.
I think someone's taking a dump at... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That guy's got a class 2.
That guy's got a class 2. I don't have a gun, Dark.
Yeah.
Should I go out there and bark at him?
Probably not a good idea. What car is that?
That looks like a Nissan. Looks like a Nissan. No. Yeah, that looks like a Nissan Skyline. What if they take my truck, Dark? A blue Mini Cooper and a Nissan Skyline.
But I called it in. I didn't have my camera with me. I think it's broken.
I don't mind either. Yeah, I think one of the most important things to take away from the cert itself is that we're there as, I guess, a support role for the PD, but that in itself is the secondary of the cert itself. The primary
Yes.
being whatever, like almost like a patrol unit, a patrol cop, let's say myself, is assigned like a marshal like yourself, being like, hey, this is what I'm working on. This is what I need you to focus. That is going to be the primary area of your patrol. And let's say that area is quiet, then it turns into a support, as in like, okay, there's 71s going on a humane lab, or there's a 1010 up on a hill somewhere. That's a very obscure call.
Yeah.
Not like, a boost pops off on the fucking south side.
Exactly. And 911s as well. Those are like, if they go unanswered, especially, really important for us to try and get to those.
I generally think 911s should be the priority of every officer, regardless of what department they're in.
I completely agree, man. I was trying for years when I was in the PD, but never went anywhere.
Nothing changes there.
Nothing
it's
changes
a lot easier
here.
It's a lot easier to be spoon-fed a boost call than it is a 911 to go investigate.
Exactly. Yeah.
I caught a murderer doing that.
You did that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Caesar Tempest.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Rolled up on once. I gave him attempted second degree. Found him again in the exact same spot. Except the first time he went east. Tried to escape on foot, and I thought I got a ping from the same area, and I was like, there's no way that's him again. So I went west this time, and he went the opposite direction, and I was like, oh, hello. GSR positive, murder weapon, pled not guilty. Got him, I think, 7 years and a $500K fine.
Ooh.
Wow,
Holy shit. Okay, well done. All right, nice. All right, then this is what we'll do. Have you got, just in case, I'm not expecting you to, but in case you've got anything, have you got anything written down?
No, I can start writing something up if you like.
That's fine. I need to stop working on this anyway. I want to get the SOPs in place, get a second pair of eyes on them. I'll get your eyes on them. I'll get the other marshal's eyes on them too. And if everybody's happy, then we'll move forward really. But what's your plan at the minute when it comes to? Obviously, I don't want to delay you too long. But what are you doing at the minute?
Like in regards to career?
Yeah, career.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, you're not working at the BCSO anymore?
No, I am currently still working at the BCSO. That is just in a deputy capacity.
Yes, okay. I'm just checking you won't just completely have a job, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll get something written up today, and then we can get, as long as, it's all good and everybody's happy with it, we'll probably get you onboarded and stuff like in the next couple of days, really. That's probably the time frame we're going to work with. I don't want to leave you hanging, but at the same
you're
time,
good, brother. I know shit like this takes a lot of time. So
yeah,
I'm a patient man when it comes to shit like this.
All right, sorted. Yeah, I think as well. I think there'd be other. I know you're speaking about keeping it small, but I know there is other people questioning, the marshal or the more patrol-oriented side of the marshals. That I think it'd be good to have something written up before those people start coming and knocking.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Listen, I think this is going to be a very good thing.
Small question: Is 0 triple tree still available?
Bear with me.
Because if it is, we might as well scrap this entirely.
It's available.
Okay, good. Just checking.
Wow.
And can my Corvette stay white?
We'll talk about that because
good. Just checking.
Potentially
just deal breaker stuff. That's all.
What do you mean? Why does it have to be white?
Because my Corvette's been white since I bought it.
Either way, I was just talking today. We're probably gonna have. It's obviously not gonna be a police uniform, but we are gonna try and organize a uniform for this sort. Just so, I mean, you were a sheriff. You saw that sometimes marshal pull up on scene and it would be very difficult.
Yeah.
So we don't have like a shirt with like badges on or anything, but at least if we wear the same colors and
I definitely feel like the separation between a patrol and an investigative one, I think, would distinguish the two at least. And I think I'm a big fan of uniforms. I like it. I don't know. To me, it always signifies unity.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that would just be when you're doing patrol stuff, obviously. Who knows, McNaughty? Maybe this will be a new start for you. You start getting into subpoenas. You start interrogating people. You know what I mean?
Well, interrogation's easy.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's easy. Yes, it is. You just
okay. Well, okay, it is pretty easy, but it's not easy for everybody. Okay.
Because it's a recording and there's no video. You just leave a gun on the desk aiming towards them.
McNulty?
Basically being like, hey, did you kill them? Looks like gun. Am I right? No?
Don't start with that shit.
Okay, can't joke in the marshals then,
No jokes here.
Appreciate you.
Goodbye. Safe journey. Yeah, but not he's gonna be good though. I love custard, man. Honestly, if we could get like, maybe there's no point me even talking about it because they could be a Frost situation where a new director gets appointed next week and I'm out of here. I'm gone. That's the potential. They could just fire my ass. Nothing is guaranteed. And honestly, when McNulty was sheriff, I was thinking, maybe I'd have a job in the BCSO. Now that Frost is there, under Junior's thumb, that's not even a guarantee. Dude, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, man.
Watch it, bitch. Sorry, I'm from out of town. You West Coast
It could
bitches
be
are soft.
PI slash investigative journalist dark by the end of the week, man. All right, let's get this impeachment written up. Oh. Let me just read this, make sure there's no other limitations that we're looking at. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Well, it's gonna be 250k, isn't it? We're not a legislative authority. You just tell the faces to go easy on you since you won't have PD to back you up anymore. True. How's the marshalling been today? It's been a day, buddy. It's been a day. It's all going on today, man. I'm just making sure we're all good. They might just give her a writ of mandamus to get fucking expunged or something. Do I have any evidence I want to put in? When was the last time she got arrested? It's an impeachment of Risa Berry. She's currently a felon acting as a government employee.
Hello.
Hello, Gunner. Come here. Let me fill you in.
Just give me 1 second.
Kimber's updating her picture. What happened to her face? What the hell? Hold on, what's that movie called?
Alright, go ahead.
Hold on. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.
Painful.
Oh, I know what it is. Listen, I don't want to say that they look the same, but wait. Just with blue hair. This is, I didn't realize, I've not seen this movie. It kind of creeps me out, dude. Oh, this picture's shit. Dude, all these pictures suck. Don't you think these look similar? Hold up. It looks pretty fucking similar, dude. That's kind of scary, man. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. What's happened? Have you seen the new legislation been posted?
Which one?
The one about the marshals? Yeah.
No, I didn't see it. No.
You should go read that. Go read that at one of your at your desk, which is I can't remember which one.
Give me the TLDR.
TLDR. If this gets passed, obviously, the new director will be appointed by the legislative authority. It will be, I guess, names will be nominated, and then, they will vote, each having one vote. So each, like, LS Mayor has one vote, Blanket Mayor has another, Sam has one, and DOJ has one. And if 3 out of 4 vote on a person to be the director, they will be the director. There is no requirements to be the director. There is no experience required. There is no felonies. There is none of that. So yeah, and then if they don't agree, then they will nominate names, and then that will go. Each will get one nomination, and then there will be a public vote for the 4 nominations, and whoever gets the highest votes will be the director.
I think all you have to do to stop this is, put a. Like I said, I believe that they don't have the authority to amend state legislation. All we have to do is put in a, stop on this, on this legislation before it gets passed, and realistically, the justices can't rule on it, right? It would have to go to the state no matter what, wouldn't it?
The issue is, I know what you're saying, but the issue is they can amend state legislations. And if you want about like a legislation from the governor, it's not explicitly stated that it's from the governor. Listen, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Next is, so they can do that. It's the same thing with removal. If they don't think that the person is doing a job properly, then as long as 3 out of 4 of those votes are for removal, then they get removed, right? Then there's more. There is a decent part, which is the budget, which is that we would receive 5% of any fines that occur in the whole state, regardless. So there would be an income for us to spend, which, great, fantastic. But then there's also a part that says the DOJ would have oversight in the sense that the justices or the DOJ would maintain access to state marshal reports to ensure that there was no to ensure that the proper process, the due process, was occurring for court cases and FOIA requests.
Yeah, I understand what they're trying to do. I think it's pretty clear based on what the governor said that they don't have, the DOJ has no oversight over the marshals. I believe he meant legislatively as well. Like I said, I think we could just contest the legislation and do so in a way that would force it to go to the state, if that makes sense. Like, I think at the end of the day, there's no way they get this passed and it just goes into law without the state looking at it.
As long as, I guess, we make that happen, yeah. But even if it,
yeah, exactly. As long as we contest the legislation on the grounds that we do not believe that they have the authority to amend state legislation, obviously the state can come in and say they do have that authority, and then we're left where we would be right now, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just, I really don't see it going away. Even if the governor comes, I'll be honest.
I would be very surprised based on the way the governor spoke about how we should be separate from the DOJ. If he came back and saw that the DOJ were trying to legislate themselves as oversight, I don't think
I
that would go
agree.
well.
I agree on that part. I think we need to talk to the state about that. But in terms of like everything else, I think the governor, in fact, proposed the idea of an election before.
Yeah, but it was not. It did not have to do with the legislative bodies, as far as I know. It
Yeah,
had
I
to do
think
more with
like
felony,
the PD.
yeah,
Oh.
people having less. It was people who have felonies having less of a vote, and people maybe in the PD having more of a vote. If
Yes,
that makes
that was
sense.
it. Yeah.
Like they were like weighted votes, right? I don't think he wanted, 4 people in the city appointing the director. That's just, maybe you're right. Maybe they do come in. Maybe this all does get passed. I just have a lot of hope that they are smoking a pipe dream.
I mean, like when you like literally think about it, they are appointing their own accountability.
Yeah. I mean, I think on there's a ton of grounds that we can easily use to, contest this legislation to the point where it will have to go to the state. Right,
Yeah,
the justices will not be able to rule on this case. It will have to go to the state, and if the state wants it that way, then there's nothing we would have been able to do in the first place.
Called Gratian, and by the way, and I was like, don't you think this goes against the governor's wishes to be like the DOJ doesn't have oversight? And he was like, well, we don't have oversight. We just keep an eye on the reports. But he didn't even see keep an eye. He was like, for court cases and stuff like that, we need to ensure that a due process. And I was like, listen. But there's 4 justices, so that's 4 potential leaks from you having access. People could die. And he said that I understand the risk that law enforcement put themselves in, but I have to uphold due process.
Due process doesn't mean having access to all of our reports. Then judges can't uphold due process then because they don't have access to our reports.
This is my point. Is I said why can't we just give you access at the time of when you need them? And he could just it wasn't a productive conversation. Let's just say that. Like he was said, I was on about the leaks from the justices, and I was like, what about if one of you guys starts leaking? And he was like, well, you know how I held myself up, and he said, if you don't trust the justices, you should impeach them. I was like, well, my trust is unimportant. It's about, objectively whether or not there's something there. And he was like, we all have taken a position to uphold integrity and all this kind of stuff. So why would we do that? And I pretty much said, well, why would we do that? And he couldn't give me an answer.
Also, there's that whole spirit of the law legislation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. I think, based on the spirit of the law, for the changes that were made to the martial legislation having DOJ oversight removed, it's pretty clear that they shouldn't be inserting themselves as oversight again. It doesn't need to be specifically laid out, right? That is what it's saying. These things don't need to be spelled out.
That the justices have access to every report that exists for law enforcement.
We are their oversight. I think they have it right. I think they have it backwards.
Yeah.
They've got it backwards. We are their oversight.
Yeah.
We are the DOJ's oversight. The DOJ doesn't look at us for corruption. We look at them for corruption. I don't know what they're smoking. They think they're the marshals,
He even brought up Brittany Angel being politically swayed.
She was a justice.
Yeah, but
that's pointing at themselves. That's pointing at themselves,
Yeah, but he was on about, he brought up Kyle Pratt and how she was prosecuting her ex-husband and all this shit, which is literally like nearly a year ago now. He's bringing up shit from a year ago to make a sport. I don't know, man.
It's a different department now. It's
Gunner, you were not in that room, man. It was a fucking echo chamber. It was insane. I've never felt more like ambushed in my life. Nobody agreed with anything I said about 1, not having felons in place, and 2, there being a democratic process for the like replacement mayor. I was literally getting fucking shouted at in their room.
Who said that there should be felons? The DOJ was agreeing?
Yeah.
You should write down the names of the individuals who said that they believe that felons should be running our... I think that those people, we have good reason to impeach them.
Danielson was. I don't know what the fuck I've done to piss
Literally,
Danielson off, man.
based on their own words, we have a good reason to impeach them. The same reason that they used to deny felons from being able to run for office is
Listen.
the same justification we can use to impeach them when they try and let felons run.
We don't have the money to impeach all these people. We do not
all
have
we-
the money.
Or we can get votes. We can get votes too.
You think 50? We're gonna get 50 signatures?
Yeah, I think we
Get
can
out
get
on the
50
streets. We
signatures.
gotta get out with your fucking clipboard, man.
I think we could do it.
Imagine we turn into like, you know, those people that you run into on the streets and be like, can we get your signature, please? Instead of investigating terrorists, we have to be out there getting signatures.
You know, there is a legitimate possibility, like I said before, that we legitimately end up in a spot where there's nothing we can do because we financially cannot afford to impeach.
You think I should
these
ring the
people.
mayor and say, hey, I need $250,000?
No, you
for
should
the
ask for a lot
senators?
more than that.
No, but it's it's a specific amount for an impeachment. Say, listen, I'm running low. Can I get 250
probably
grand to do my job, please?
You should say 250, and then you should say make that times 3. You know, something like that.
Oh, maybe I should really stir the pot and like pull up Frost and say, Frost, listen, we're running low on money. Can I get a 250 grand loan for the marshal office?
There's another thing. I think that them intentionally, the mayor, when we were talking about the impeachment, I think there's a lot to impeach that mayor for. I think for both of them.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember the Michael Rozelle communication with our ruin supplier for the faceless?
Yeah. Listen, don't worry. I haven't forgot about him. He is like top of my fucking list right now. After like the way he acted was insane. Like
Well,
I can't
think-
describe how he acted. You know what he said?
From what
hold
you're
on, hold
telling me,
on. Hold on. Wait till you hear this. He basically said, I got 278 votes to be the voice of the people. So if I want to do something, I will.
listen, I think what I was saying was true, and I still think it's true. My tinfoil hat theory, and everything I'm saying, everything you're saying is just bearing it more true in front of my eyes. And I think we need to act sooner rather than later. We can't let them get a bunch of headway, gain a bunch of ground, and then be trying to fight it back. You know,
You're
I
right.
think right now we need to put up a front. We need to start filing impeachments against the mayor. We need to get everything we can to file an impeachment against him. I think, I think both of the mayors are working hand in hand, and they're going to support each other, and it's going to be tough. I think we have enough probably to get into Michael Rozelle's phone based on that subpoena.
Let's do it then.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance I can get in.
But do it. I want you to do this. I don't want it in the MDT. I want it somewhere in a Google sheet. Exactly the same format, but I want it in a Google sheet, and we will send it to a justice directly.
You don't think a private report's good enough?
Nope. I don't want anything in the MDT. I don't care. We want to limit leaks here, because then if it gets leaked, then we have 4 people to look at, and then we can impeach the justices even more.
But then the subpoena, who do we bring the subpoena to? Who do we trust to bring the subpoena to?
We don't have to trust any of them. If it gets leaked, then we have ammunition. If it doesn't, then we get into the mayor's phone.
So then what's the point in keeping it private if we're going to show it to all of
everybody
them?
sees it. Like the whole PD can see that.
Oh no, you mean if I put it up as a subpoena? Okay.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. Okay, I understand. I thought if we just kept it
That's what I'm thinking about. I'm trying to limit the potential leaks, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to finish writing up this I'm impeaching Risa Berry, by the way. The felon. on the
Oh, good.
cabinet.
That's good. That's good.
So
But,
that's
you know,
gonna be
I think
number
she,
one.
I'm not gonna lie. I think she's a fantastic lady, great individual. But yeah, she shouldn't be on the cabinet.
Principal.
She should
Principal.
probably get. She should probably get expunged, and then she'd be real good at the job.
Yep, I agree. 100%. Hold on, who's Danielson's partner? Can't remember. I can't remember who it is. I wonder if it's a criminal. I don't fucking remember who it is, man. It's gonna piss me off. He lives in Mirror Park with someone, but I just can't remember who it is. Alright, let's get rid of this. Okay, evidence. What was it? What I'll do is I'll do research. Beep, 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 beep.
I've got one issue, Dark. I've got one issue.
You've only got one?
Yeah. So the phone subpoena we have for Michael Rizal is way out of statute, right? You think that matters?
Why would it matter?
Because the crimes that we're trying to look up are far out of statute.
We've done things that are out of statute before.
I agree. We can investigate the crime that's out of statute, but usually it's for another crime that's not out of statute, if that makes sense. This time,
Yeah,
I
but we
don't
might
have
find
another
more crime.
That's my probable cause is that maybe I could find more crime. I mean,
Isn't
I'll
it
do
the point of a subpoena? You're looking for
Usually
evidence of a
it's-
crime?
Usually it's evidence that
Accessory to terrorism.
further evidence of a crime.
Isn't it? I mean, conspiracy is pretty easy.
Well, actually, it wouldn't be terrorism. It'd be weapons trafficking and manufacturing.
Yeah, but just do conspiracy. It'd be easy enough. You say this person was in direct contact with someone we know to be tied to the faceless, right? I don't want to say much more because I want you to write it on your own without collusion, I guess.
Yes, yeah, I agree. The problem is that the phone subpoena we have for the particular individual that he's in contact with is not one of the very juicy ones, as far as I can tell.
Listen, I trust you, Gunnar. If we can't do it, then we can't do it.
No, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Yeah, that's all I can
I'm
ask.
just giving my I giving my reservation.
You got this. You got this.
All right, I'll do my best. I'll try it out.
Fucking hell, the fucking war horns have sounded. Gunnar is in war mode. Okay, petitioners. A. Right, am I spelling that right? Risa Berry, criminal record. 28. I'm just wondering, do we need to redact anything? Probably not. Probably maybe her DNA? I don't know. I'll redact her DNA. Probably a good idea. Some of this is like privacy stuff. Okay, this is a note on her profile. I'll include that. And the tags on her profile. Position is B. Teresa Berry profile. Besties. Gang affiliation. Tag. In MDT. The MDT one. Anyone wants to win a pigeon? Yes. Yeah, they can. Very profile, nope. When was that put on there? Doesn't say. Um, beep, 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 beep. Right, I might have to go through her just in case we can find the guilty plea thing. Are these all Risa? What the fuck? No, they're not. Hello? Yeah, I do agree. There needs to be some kind of cost associated with this stuff. Hold on, I need to save my report. Oh no. Put this in a notepad really quick just in case. Oh my god, the lag. Holy shit. I need to close some of these fucking tabs. Risha, Betty. What was this? 17600. Yeah. The issue is, I don't know. Like, per legislation, right? It says felony criminal conviction. Hold on. It says to be found after going through due process of being convicted in a court of law. To include being convicted by a court of the state of San Andreas, or by pleading ultimate guilt to a peace officer. The issue is, I don't know whether like that counts. I know she's got how many did we say? I know she's got 24 felonies on her record, but is the DOJ going to acknowledge any of them because she didn't plead guilty? You know what I mean? Which seems a bit silly. Because she hasn't appealed any of them. Yeah, I'm just checking that she hasn't appealed anything. No, there's nothing on the docket that I can find. Yeah, nothing. Like, I don't even know if there's been a bench trial. I don't know anything. Yeah, it's going to be up to the DOJ, really. I'll go through them all just in case. You know? But if that's the technicality that gets used so that she doesn't get impeached, you know, so be it, man. So be it. I'm gonna check the reports as well. She's not even listed in here. The hell? Mana Bessie's bank truck. Shooting by Great Ocean Gas. Bessie's versus Mana Car Wash. Bestie's Bank Truck Casino. Bank Truck Lumberyard Tunnel. Gang-related Cyprus. Man, a bestie shooting. She's just in gang wars, man. She's literally just in gang wars. Gang related blownies. Holy fucking Jesus. Besties. ENF, is that what it said? We gotta go Reeser again. 24/7 Innocence Elgin. That was a warrant. Jewelry store interbank truck. Pled guilty for criminal use. Not enough. Jewelry store security truck. There we go. Found it. Incident 12242. Guilty plea, yeah. It was a PO. Wait, Reaper is notified of assault's VAF. Yeah. All right. Regardless. Incident 12242. All right, that's a guilty plea to a peace officer. Do we need to do anything else? Member of the criminal gang, the besties. The reason for the breach of the respect is the following: felony criminal conviction will be found if they're going through the due process of being convicted in a court of law, to include being convicted by a court of San Andreas or by pleading ultimate guilt to a peace officer. Dude, you know what's gonna happen here? Criminals are just gonna be like, "I'm just not gonna plead guilty ever, man, and you can't fuck me with with an impeachment." Okay, I'm just gonna do one thing, which is I'm gonna call the chief. I literally typed in chief. Hello, chief. How are you?
Can I call you back here just a minute? We're doing an onboarding for a DRT member.
That's fine, no problem.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay. My pitch is written up. It's not too serious. There's a worrying part of the felony thing, right? Felony criminal conviction says to be found after going through due process of being convicted in a court of law, to include being convicted by the court of the state of San Andreas, or by pleading ultimate guilt to a police officer, or a peace officer, sorry. So, if a mayor did a felony, but didn't go to court and didn't plead guilty, isn't that a bit of a loophole?
I mean,
hopefully the spirit of the law would say the felony, you know, if you haven't appealed it or whatever.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think we don't need to focus so much on exactly what is written, as long as we could point at the legislation that clearly spells out.
Hell, that everybody in this damn town gonna. I agree with you.
It's newer legislation that's been put up. Not very many people reference it because it's, you know, on the newer side of the legislation.
The impeachment's been around for a while.
No. The legislation that talks about the spirit of the law.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. I think we're good. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go pay 250. Do I even have 250 grand? Good. I will have 9 grand left afterwards. Yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
to the
go.
bank.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna call the chief as well because I've included evidence that like shows her besties tag in the MDT and it shows a reason why from her profile. So I'm just gonna get clearance for that because I don't want to have any problems from him.
All right. Sounds good.
I mean, I guess I'll call the ass chief. But she still was slimy? I don't know actually.
Hello, it's Tyler Peters, undersheriff.
Hello, Peters. Congratulations on your promotion.
Hey,
Oh.
Shaq, why don't you come down to my office? Why don't you come down to my office?
I might in just a second, but I gotta run something by you real quick because the sheriff's not around, is he?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Without going into too much detail, because it's not really public
Did the
yet.
LSPD already put a fucking complaint in because they stole the 95s from the scene?
No.
Oh, okay, I thought that's what this was about. Yeah, what's going on?
There's gonna be an impeachment going up. But I don't really want to say.
Already?
I don't want to say who it is. But they've got some tags in the MDT. Which I want to post on the docket as part of the evidence for that. So I'm wondering, I'm just running it by you and, hope and see if that's all right.
Do you not want to divulge? Is that all the information I can have out of that?
It's a gang member.
Yeah, can I take a guess here?
You can guess all you like, of course, sir.
Is it for Blaine County?
No.
No, gang member. I mean, I don't really see a problem with using the tags as evidence as long as we're citing like other reports with it. I don't think it can
Oh yeah,
hurt.
that's the other thing. So on the on this person's profile, there is some reports showing why there's a gang tag. So I want to include that as well. But I wanted to run it by. I'm going to speak to the chief as well, but he's a little bit busy in a minute. I just wanted to run it by high command.
I don't see how that would hurt.
Okay.
And any I think your case, but also like the sanctity of the investigation. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Undersheriff. I appreciate it. I'll come see you if I get the chance after this shit.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Picked up a paycheck early today. I guess we could do a bit of math. Yeah, maths. Because we picked it up with roads, didn't we? And we could technically, I said it was like 12 something, right? I remember I said it out loud on stream what time it was. So this will give us an idea of how much we're being paid. Was it 11:40? 12:49. Damn, cry, that's a good memory. So it's nearly 9:49, right? But it's not. Oh, we can do 8 hours. We've been on duty 8 whole hours and a little bit extra, but I don't know. I don't think it will count the extra. Unless it does, then we'll do 2. But 8 hours of work. 90% of that has been in Ellis County, so. So in 8 hours, we got 21K. Calculator.